Hi everyone, welcome back again to my YouTube channel. JVK here, and in today's video I am going to be sharing with you guys how to finish this underburst corset dress with a corset loop and a zipper. As you can see, it has a circle opening at the back. I will also show you guys how I draped the back skirt part of this dress and how to go about the exaggerated bell sleeve. So if you're interested in this, keep on watching, hit the subscribe button, and let's get started. The measurements and materials needed for this style is on your screen. I will be using these 3 yards of African print fabric, a lining, skin crepe, and 1 yard of black lace. So guys, I started with the upper back of this dress, and here I have marked out my measurements with chalk because this is a princess dart curtain with a circle opening at the back, and I have shared the tutorial video in the past, but let me take you guys through it. So first, double your fabric for the right and left side of the back. Place your tape like this and mark out the shoulder line. But before that, from the edge, go in by 1.5 inch on one side like this for the zipper allowance and draw a straight line on the marks. Then place your tape from the 1.5 inch line and mark out your shoulder measurement divided by 2. Mine is 7.5 inches. I will mark it out. Next, for the neckline, I used 1 inch for the depth and 3 inches for the wideness. So place your tape from the shoulder and mark out the chest line. Also mark out the waistline or half length. Then on the chest line, mark out your bust measurement divided by 4 plus extra 2 inches seam allowance. On the waistline, mark out your waist measurement divided by 4 plus extra 3 inches, 1 for the dart taking, the other 2 for joining and the seam allowance. For the back dart, I marked out 4 inches on the waistline like this. Then go down by 1 inch from the chest line and draw a line from the 1 inch to the waistline. Then place your tape on the line and mark out half inch on both sides. Then connect the lines up to the chest line. Get the midpoint of your armhole, mark it out, and connect the line to the chest line for the princess dart cut. Please, if you are confused, that means you are new to this channel. So in order not to get confused, check out the video card that just appeared at the top right of your screen to watch the well-detailed tutorial video on how to cut and sew a princess dart with a circle opening at the back. You can only see the video card now if you are a subscriber, but if you are not, later you check the description box for the tutorial video. So I'll go ahead and cut through the lines. For the circle opening at the back, just come down by 1.5 inch from the neck depth. Then draw a C from the 1.5 inch down to the chest line. If you are still confused, please check the description box for the well-detailed video. Guys, I am done cutting the back, and this is what it looks like after the cutting. This is the center back piece. I have ironed a gum stay to it because the fabric was kind of light. I wanted it to have weight more. I have also cut out a lining for it, the same measurement and everything, and as you can see, I have ironed the gum stay to it too. This is the other piece of the center back and the lining. I've also ironed gum stay to them. This is one piece of the side back. I have ironed the gum stay to it. This is the lining with gum stay too. This is the other back side piece with the lining. So next, I will take it to my sewing machine and place it like this. Then join the center back to the side back by sewing them together. But before sewing them together, I will cut out corset loop and sew in between. I also shared a tutorial video in the past on how to create a corset loop. You can find it at the top right of your screen now, or later you check the description box for it. But let me take you guys through it on how I sew it in between the princess dart line. I used a black bias for my loop. You can use anything you want. After sewing a rope with the bias, then cut it into like 2.5 inches. When you get the rope, place your tape and measure out 2.5 inches, then cut it out. Measure out another 2.5 inches, cut it out. Continue cutting it till you get to like 10 pieces. I cut mine into 10 pieces, 5 for the right side and the other 5 for the left side. After that, you fold it and start joining and sewing it to the princess dart area to form the loop. So I will neatly sew it in between the center back and the side back and show you guys. This is the lining for the center back and side back. I will also place them together like this and join it to form one piece. I will join them and show you guys. I am done sewing and joining them, and this is the linings neatly stitched. Go ahead and notch the joinings. Here is the main piece. I have joined the side and center to form one piece. And now, as you can see, it's just 2 pieces. One for the right and the other one for the left side of the back. As you can see, guys, I forgot to sew the loop in between the center back and the side back. That's on this princess dart line. So I'll take it back, loosen it, and then sew the loop in between. Please, guys, do not repeat the same mistake. Make sure to sew it in between the center and side back. But before that, let me quickly show you guys how to turn the main fabric with the lining. So go ahead ahead and arrange it very well like this. Right side of the lining facing the right side of the African print. Then use like 1/2 inch and stitch where my index finger is directing, from the zipper side to the back opening and then to the neck region. Also stitch the sides too. Then leave the armhole and the shoulder part. I will get the other side, arrange the lining and main piece, and also use 1/2 inch to stitch from the zipper side to the neck region and also the side. After stitching them, I will turn to the right side and fix a zipper to the zip allowance. I will stitch it down and show you guys. Okay guys, this is what we have here. I have turned it with the lining. I have also fixed a zipper to the zip allowance. Then up here is for button. I will tack a button there. As you can see, the armhole and the shoulder is open while the two sides is closed. Here is my zipper neatly fixed. This is my button loop. I will tack a button to this other side. See the lining side, it's very neat. See the loop for the lacing, they are neatly stitched as well. I believe now you understand what I was trying to explain about the loop. For the lacing, I used a long black ribbon. Next is the part everybody has been waiting for, the back skirt draping. In our last class, almost everybody requested for it. So guys, first place your fabric on fold like this and mark out your skirt measurements. We do this almost every time in our tutorials here. After folding, I will mark out my waist to hip measurement, which is 10 inches. I will make it 10.5 inches for seam allowance and mark it out. Next, I will mark it at 19 inches for my waist to knee, and then mark out my gown length measurement minus half length, which is 58 minus 17, giving us 41 inches plus extra 2 inches hemming allowance. That's like 43 inches. I will mark it out, then use my ruler to mark out horizontal lines on the mark. After marking on the hip line, I will mark it out on the knee line and also on the hem line. For the vertical measurements, I will mark out my round waist measurement divided by 4 on the waistline, plus 1.5 inches for the lining turning and for joining allowance. You can decide to add 1 or 2 inches allowance on your own. There will be no dart for the front skirt part, please, because of the Basque waistline. I will come down to the hip line and mark out the hip measurement divided by 4, plus 1.5 inch allowance. Coming down to the knee line, I will use the exact hip measurement for the knee line and also for the hem line without any allowance. Next, I will use my pattern curve and connect from the waist to the hip and from the hip to the knee line. Then use the ruler to extend it to the hem line. After that, I will get my scissors and cut through the lines. After cutting, I will shift the front pattern and spread the remaining fabric for the back pleating. No particular measurement, I just spread the remaining fabric like this. Just make sure the length is longer than the front pattern length with like 15 inches. Then for the wideness, I used my hip measurement divided by 4 plus extra 3 or 4 inches just to avoid taking chances. Then next, I will place my tape from the supposed waistline and come down by 3 inches. I will mark it here and also mark it here to create a horizontal line. Next, from that 3 inches, I will mark out what I will use for the pleating. So this draping is coming from the waist to the hip line, and my waist to hip line measurement is 10 inches. I wanted it to pass the hip line small, so I added extra 1 inch to the 10 inches, making it 11 inches. So I will be marking out 11 inches times 2, which will give us 22 inches. Let me explain again. I will be pleating in this part from the back waist to the hip. So from the back waist to the hip is 11 inches. I will add another 11 inches for the pleating, which makes it 22 inches. So guys, from the 3 inches here, I will go down by 22 inches and mark it out. Then for the wideness, just add like extra 3 inches to your hip measurement divided by 4 and mark it out. After that, I will place my tape from the 3 inches and mark out 1 inch from there to the 22 inches for the pleating. After marking it out, I will get my pin and start pleating. If I pleat one side, I will pin it down with my office pin. I will pleat the other side and also pin it down. Next, I will move to the next line, pleat again and pin it down. I will shift to the other side, pleat and pin down again. You can decide to iron it down as you pleat so that it will relax very well. Next, I will move to the next line again and pleat, iron and pin down. The ironing is not compulsory, the pinning down can serve. So I will keep pleating it like this till I get to the 22 inches mark. Once I get there, I will do the final pleating and pin it down. Guys, I am done and this is what yours should look like. I couldn't iron all because they took the lights. Place it like this, then get the front pattern and place it on it like so, because we are going to use it and trace it out. I will get my tape and mark out 1.5 inches or 2 inches for the zipper allowance. After marking it out, shift the front pattern like this and place the folded side to meet the zip allowance. Make sure the folded part of the front pattern is touching the zipper allowance line like this. Arrange it properly, then go ahead and trace it out by cutting through like this. For the back waist, leave like extra 1 inch for that while cutting it out. Guys, I am done cutting and this is what it looks like. Next, I will get the second part of the back because it's meant to be 2. So I will repeat the pleating. So spread the remaining fabric like this. Mark out 3 inches just like we did for the other one. Place your tape from the 3 inches and mark out 22 inches for where the pleating will stop. From that 3 inches, start marking out 1 inch for the pleating till you get to the 22 inches we marked out. Next, I will start pleating and pinning down. Pleat from the 3 inches, please. Pleat the side and pin it down. Keep pleating it till you get to the 22 inches mark. Guys, I am done pleating the second part of the back pattern. I placed the other back we cut earlier on it like this so that I will use it and trace the other side of the back and also cut it out. This is me carefully cutting it out. After cutting it, I will go ahead and stitch down the pleats on my sewing machine so as to remove the pins. I will also turn the front and back skirt with a lining, then stitch through the zip allowance and show you guys. Next is the exaggerated bell sleeve. This right here is the lace fabric for the main sleeve. I will go ahead and mark out my sleeve measurement. My sleeve length is 23 inches plus 1 inch seam allowance. Then the round sleeve divided by 2 is 6 inches. I will also go ahead and mark it out. Then connect everything together and cut through the lines. Note that this lace fabric is double and it's unfold, which means that I am automatically cutting the 2 sleeves together. In case you don't know how to draft a basic sleeve, check out the video card that just appeared at the top right of your screen to watch it, or later you check the description box for the video. Guys, I am done cutting and as you can see, it's double. Next, for the big bell sleeve, get your remaining African print fabric and cut out 2 pieces. It all depends on how big you want your bell sleeve to be. For mine, the length is 12 inches because I wanted it longer than my hand. I wanted it very big and busy. Then for the wideness, I wanted mine very full, so I used like 39 inches for the wideness. You can decide to make yours 20 or more depending on what you want and also depending on if your fabric will be enough. After cutting the first one, use it and cut out the second sleeve. Exactly the same thing. So guys, next is to gather the part that will be attached to the wrist region. After gathering it like this, I will take it to my sewing machine to gather it well. I will gather it till it becomes the same size with my round wrist measurement. Then I will fold the other end of the pieces and show you guys. Guys, I am done with the skirt part and this is the back part. As you can see, I have stitched down the drapes and I have removed the pins. I have also stitched through the zip allowance to make the back one piece. I have turned it with a lining as well. I added that to the back part with the 1 inch dart allowance we added. Then for the dart length is just 3 inches. Remember, we started draping from 3 inches, so I just used the 3 inches for the length of the dart. This is the front part of the skirt. I have turned it with a lining too. And as you can see, it has no dart because of the Basque waistline. This is the down part. Everything is looking very neat. Next, I will place them like this, right side of the back facing right side of the front. Then I will take it to my sewing machine and join the 2 sides together like this, thereby coupling it with the remaining 1 inch seam allowance. I will also join this other side. Next, I will get my tape and measure where I want my back slit to start from. So go ahead and measure yours and also mark it with your chalk. Take it to your sewing machine and double stitch where the slit will start from to avoid tearing. Guys, I am done coupling the skirt and this is what it looks like. Very neat. This is the back. Our drape is really draping, guys. In order to create a V on the front skirt part for the Basque waistline, I will come down by 5.5 inches at the center like this, then create a V and cut it out. Guys, this is our bell sleeve. I am done gathering it and joining it to the main sleeve, which we used the black lace fabric to sew. I have joined the sides as well. Everything is neatly stitched. This is the black lace part. I have joined it like this. This is the second sleeve and they are giving everything they should give and more. So guys, back to the upper back part. These are my loops. I used lining to cover my rough works and it's giving neatness. Guys, this is the front part. That's the bustier and the underbust corset with the Basque waistline. As you all know, that was what we did in our last tutorial section. If this is your first time in this channel, or if you have not seen the front part video, check out the video card that just appeared at the top right of your screen to watch it now, or later after watching this very video. You'll check the description box for the video link. I will link it up there for you guys. So this is the front part. After watching the video and making yours, get it and place it on the back part. Join the shoulders first like this, and also join the two sides. After coupling the upper part, I will get the skirt part and join it to the upper part to form the gown proper. I will also get the two sleeves and join it to the armhole like this. Guys, for the back slit, after double stitching where you want your back slit to start from, I will get my razor and loose the other parts, thereby creating a back slit. After losing it, this is what I have for the back slit. This is what the finishing looks like. Please give this video a thumbs up if this was helpful. Drop a nice comment and share this video with your friends. Subscribe to this channel and on your notification bell for more tutorial videos like this. Check out the Facebook link that just appeared at the top right of your screen to join our Facebook group where we share amazing sewing tips. Also check the description box for our social media pages and follow us there. Click on this small picture to subscribe now. Thank you guys so much for watching till now. See you guys in my next video. Bye.